CIP about that $950,000 grant that we were all going for, and unfortunately we were not awarded the money. So Glynis with the Navy base called them up immediately and was kind of like, what in the world's going on? You know, you guys told us we were a shoo-in for this grant. And her perception of it was that they didn't really seem to understand that the Navy base had its importance because they're a acoustic research center and not an active military base. They didn't get as much scoring, and so she kind of fought for that. And we do have, what is it, the first 2 weeks of October we're supposed to go for a follow-up meeting with them. So it's going to be me, Ben, and Glynis and Ted. They're going to debrief us, and we intend to file again. But yeah, it just seemed like it was a slip between the cracks again of how important the naval base was and our importance to them.
So some things we can do to turn that priority up a little bit, and that's talking with our 2 senators and our representative and our governor, who's been very good about, there's a limited number of Navy facilities in the state.
Yeah.
And we do take their nuclear stuff in southern Idaho.
Yeah.
And they do have some commitment to, they want to continue doing that.
Yep.
So that's a good point.
There's some interesting politics there.
Yeah, there definitely is.
They bury their spent nuclear reactors in southern Idaho with the blessing of Idaho.
So,
How much
So
is this for?
and that's,
$950,000.
that's for the atomic subs and so forth.
Yeah, it was that one.
They
And,
they didn't award it to anyone else, did they?
They did.
Oh, they already
awarded-
did?
Yeah. So, and Glennis said that they were all within like a point of each other. Like it was a very, very tight scoring system.
So do you have to wait another year to do this again?
We will.
Apply?
And we don't know the filing times and stuff yet, but the first 2 weeks of October is supposed to be the debriefing. Paul, it sounds like you have some good information to bring to the table.
Well, I think it's always good to turn up the political heat.
I would love if, I'm gonna get an email out to Glynis, and I'll copy in Ben again, and I'd like to copy you in, and we'll start figuring out when exactly that debriefing meeting is. I know that Glynis plans to go in kinda, I don't know if you guys have met her, she's a very sweet, soft-spoken woman, but she, in her own way, plans to go in there guns blazing.
She's
So-
the Navy
Yeah, she
on-site
would.
person? Or?
No, she's not on site. We did meet with, gosh, what was his name? My notes are over there. Will you get me the DCIP?
Greg, was it Greg?
Greg, yeah,
Well, maybe it was, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it took Alan's place. Yeah, Greg's. Okay. But yeah, he's the on-site, and he was here with us too. But Glynis has been working really close with us on the easements that we need to get the water bond project going through as well. So
She's like a DC person.
yeah, she's over on the East Coast. So, and she came over here for a visit.
Sometimes they know which box to check.
Yep.
in the locals.
Yes, and I think one of the things, this is an ARD, acoustical research detachment. And I think that detachment kind of got in the way. It wasn't quite blue enough for them. And that's what Glennis kind of,
Which is
Why not?
crazy though, because the first time we applied, they were like, oh man, this is right up our alley, this is what we need, the only
It just
thing we
means
need
they
is
got
that
their
letter
elbow
from the
bent
East
somewhere
Coast.
else by someone else,
Uh-huh.
better than we did.
Exactly.
That's all it
yeah,
means.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree, we should send some letters to our governor and our senators. Now, would they be then signed by what, the chair and the vice chair, or just Bayview Water and Sewer District? But, I mean, it doesn't hurt to,
Well, we represent Bayview Water and Sewer
Right.
District.
So
Yeah,
maybe
it
I'll-
would have your name on it.
I bet
that's the way it would be.
Yeah.
put something together, or you put something together and get something off to them.
But it's not just a letter. Sometimes it's a
Phone call.
And officially,
comfortable call to the right person.
well,
Well, and they have offices here. They have offices
And they're
here.
usually begging for something to do, so.
I'm just
Especially
really
in election
upset
year.
how much we've gone through to try to get this money, and well, we missed the lowest one too, so you gotta do it next time, because they didn't really understand the situation you guys are in, so the third time will be the charm, is that it? Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
This has cost you money.
And this is, well, yeah.
It's like
it
a-
costs- and these
You,
guys,
you
I mean-
pay Keller to write these grants.
Right,
I remember
absolutely.
They, yeah, on the second time around, we spent very little money
Yeah.
on that second filing, right, Ben?